Hello, and welcome to Joyous Jabbers. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Tiffany.
Welcome. We're glad you're here today.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd share a little bit about our reading tastes,
Yeah.
what we like.
Very basic reading taste.
And I really don't know what I like.
It's true.
I like a lot of stuff. Like my music, I like a lot of music. I can go with country, I can go with classical, I can go with a little bit of rap. I can go with, I really don't have one solid kind, and I'm the same way with books. Growing up, well, not really growing up, in my teen years, my mom had a subscription to the clean Harlequin romances. And you can't find those very much anymore. But
rare.
The Love Inspired is a Christian version. And I've got several of these. I pick them up at garage sales. And my family gets them for me for my stocking stuffer at Christmas. They're nice, clean romances. They're Christian based. And they're short and one and done.
Mm-hmm. I also love romantic novels, but I also love romantic comedy. If it has banter in it, I'm pretty much sold. So,
yeah, Erin Mangum is one of her favorite authors.
I've read this over and over and over again.
And over.
Romantic comedies, we love them.
Yes.
We're suckers for them. And like romantic comedies, there's a Christmas romantic comedy that we adore.
It was the first Christmas book that I had read in a long time that wasn't a child's Advent book.
That might be why we look at it so fondly.
It might be, but it's called There's Something About Christmas, and it's a Christmas rom-com. It's great, and I'll tell you more.
Do you need to know more?
I'll tell you more about it at Christmas time.
Yeah, Christmas rom-coms. We don't need any more than that. And also, I love children's fiction. I love children's fiction.
I have 3 books on my shelf right now that I got from the juvenile section because it's good literature.
Good literature.
Good literature.
I actually prefer children's fiction a lot of the times to young adult fiction.
Oh,
young adult is just, you're wading through, is this okay?
Young adult.
Dear, what is that?
Young adult is not a genre.
It is it's an
not
age
a genre
group that isn't really an age group.
That's right.
More on that later. More on that later.
True.
And then we have
a new favorite.
high fantasy.
I did not know I would like fantasy. Didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
I had no clue I would like fantasy. It kind of seems to me a lot like science fiction, and I love science fiction.
Except less technobabble, I think.
Yeah. As you can see, this is a honkin' book. It's like 1,000 pages long. There are 3 of them.
We
Brandon
love big
Sanderson.
books.
It's great. It's clean, which is wonderful. You don't have to do any editing, and
Yeah,
that's nice.
Aside from the random D and B words, it's clean.
I don't remember them. I
It's
don't remember those in there.
really
But
good.
I will read it with a whiteout or black marker, and it will no longer be in my copies once I go through it again. But you see, Tiffany and I have birthdays in May, and we both got money for our birthdays. And in June, they were on sale.
They were the end of May, early June. They were on sale, and so she got the 3 hunkin' books, and so did I.
Once I got mine, she was a little jelly.
I was jelly. I was a
Little
jelly.
jelly.
And we actually both love science fiction. Stole out my heart at birth because of her. Heir apparent. Yeah, basically anything with time loops in it. If it's a time loop rom-com, with science fiction.
Have we seen one of those?
Well, this actually has some romance in it, I think.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Been a long
It's been a
time.
while, but I need to read this. But time loops, I love them. They're my jam.
And science fiction. I like science fiction that's also with historical fiction. This is a fun book that I read years ago. Well, I got it because we were homeschooling, and so, it opens your mind to a different way that things could have been. But I like historical fiction that helps me understand a time period. Lois Henderson wrote several about biblical women, and that you really don't know a whole lot about.
Yeah.
Miriam's one of the more popular. You know more about Miriam, but Hagar, Priscilla and Aquila,
That one's really good.
Ruth, Lydia. So one year for Christmas, I got them all. I haven't finished reading them all, but I have them all in my.
I actually went on a binge, like, historical biblical women fest a few years back, and I had to take a long break from historical biblical women, and I was like, I'm done. That was a lot. That was too much. And to end the video, I love detective stories, especially detective stories with a bit of paranormal twist in it. This one has a lot of a paranormal twist to it.
I had to really focus and tell myself, this is fiction. This is fiction. This is fiction. Otherwise, I
it was
end
like a
up with.
mantra. This is fiction. This is fiction. This
Otherwise,
is fiction.
I end up with Frank Peretti vibes and think it's demons and.
It's not.
That.
It's just fae.
And so.
Fine.
So I had to remind myself,
Yeah.
this is fiction. It's not real. It's fiction.
Yeah.
And
so,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Jacoby has like it has a good bromance, but between a guy and a girl, and it's detective, and he's eccentric. So it's kind of like if Sherlock Holmes was that way. Was like
Okay.
a seer or something.
Yeah.
At least in my eyes.
I can
and
see
was
that.
friendlier. And not Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, so not Sherlock Holmes at all.
Detective
but
story.
It was a detective story, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I read it, and I enjoyed
It
it.
was really good.
So
That was it.
that's the kind of things you'll get a wide variety of
Very wide.
of book reviews. I've got some real favorites.
Oh yes, we will rant.
We will talk about favorites. But for now, that'll give you some insight into what you can expect here on Joyce Jabbers. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.